Getting ready. Oh, that does appear that we are live streaming again. So I am going to test out the rest of the park that I haven't gotten to yet. Make sure all my settings are where I want them to be. Let's go ahead and noise cancel. That does appear that we are live streaming again. So I don't need my audio echoing back there. How you doing out there, Dennis? Definitely getting some EMI. Let's see if I turn down sensitivity. Do another quick noise cancel aimed at the building. I'll go ahead and lift up my camera a bit, as that looks to be aimed down too much. That ought to work. This part of the park is going down towards what I would guess. As you can see the geese out there, that's kind of a lower area. Probably a bit of a retention pond if they had a lot of water come through this way. We did just have a lot of rain yesterday, so I'm kind of surprised to see no big puddles. Should be easy digging. Not a real good number out there. Keep going till I find a decent signal worth digging. Oh, hello, Corey. I was out here the other day picking up tons of coins, and I only managed to get a small portion of the field covered, so this one will be the experiment to see how well the live stream signal works. Just to the right of me is actually, I believe, like a hospital complex, so these areas tend to have better neighborhood signal. Turn up my volume. Threshold can go down to 16. And let me turn on my power knocks so it's actually charging my machine while I use it. Just a quick test to make sure the detector's actually working, as I wasn't hearing any signals. And it picks up the shovel, so I know it's on. little beeps. Something weak. So far I've moved probably 200 to 300 feet away from the truck. I haven't got a single signal worth picking up. And that might just tell us that this park is going to have everything on the higher area where people would be out watching the little concerts at the amphitheater. If you're still watching there, Corey, let me know how the audio and video is coming back. Alright, we're getting up to the higher level of the ground. There's also some sort of some kind of art installation off to my right. If I get a little closer, I'll get some of that. Looks good and sounds good. That's what I like to hear. I'm hoping the signal is much better out here. And how do you like that angle for the camera? Obviously you can see my feet and where the detector is going. If you want me to raise it up a little more to the horizon, I can do that as well. I'm actually entering into a little bit of woods with a small clearing here. I'll check around this area, see if we got anybody dropping treasure. There's our first signal. A happy 14 near a tree. Probably a pull tab, but we got to dig her out, see what we got. Nice, easy, soft dirt after the rain. Corey will be happy to know I left the new red shovel in the truck, so she can be the one to get more dirt on it herself. She's lower in the hole there. And there we go. Our 14 is a beautiful beaver tab ring pole. Just 42 billion more of those and I can finally afford to buy my retirement yacht. Alright, so we've confirmed the detector is on and working. Now we just gotta find more treasure. Probably another ring pull right here. where the hoodlums come to consume their adult beverages. Now I know I was finding you. Signal, where have you hidden away to? Make sure this is on 3 beeps like I like it. It is. Oh, I am getting nothing. Let's check to see if we missed that with the hole. Nothing around the edge. Looks like I misdug that one. I can only be perfect 99.9% of the time. Let's get a nice violent plug out here where nobody can see me digging like a maniac. Oh no. It's definitely on. Where are you hiding? We are building a mystery here, folks. Although it might only be another pull tab, now it is my nemesis. Perhaps it's deeper than I was guessing, but we must get it out. I don't think I've had a signal give me this much of an issue before. Usually by this point, you could actually find it and then just dig through the hole a bit with a pinpointer. But I got nothing here with it. And the pinpointer is definitely on. Should be about 3 to 4 inches of depth, as my batteries haven't been giving me a problem yet. What do you think this one is? Deeper and deeper we will go. Get through some roots. We will find you. You can't hide forever. Well, maybe you can. Oh! We finally got you on target. Wouldn't that be lovely, all this effort for this target to pull up something interesting like a Indian head penny back here in the forest. Come on, I just had your signal here a minute ago. I don't think I flung anything out. Wonder if my pinpointer's finally giving me trouble with that battery. Good 2 inches, but I was right on it before. Where did you go, little signal? I see something, and there we go. Why weren't you picking up? Our beautiful, beautiful matching beaver tail. This does remind me though, I have to pick up a set of replacement batteries. If anyone knows of a pinpointer that will use a USB-C type rechargeable connection, let me know in the comments. That's the one thing I don't enjoy doing, is always having to replace 9-volt batteries in the pinpointers. We definitely got a batch of them that were not too good from Best Buy. Wouldn't even last a whole day before crapping out on us. A lot of depth, but a low signal not even picking up for me. Another 13, 14, that's our pull tabs. But here we go, here is a 10 right on the surface, which is commonly going to be your foil type targets. Set this guy down, if my pinpointer will find her right in the ground. And she does. Let's go ahead and use the baby shovel, see if we can pop out whatever we got sitting there. What are you? Oh, delicious piece of can slaw. At this point, that is part of the metal detecting 5 major food groups. What do we got there? Corey says, you think it's good now? See if we have any better luck finding okay targets. As long as this approaching pit bull does not try to eat my inner organs. We got a 6-7 near the surface here. I can actually see it without having to dig. That will be more can slaw for my garbage target bag. Another 6-7 right there. That's going to be more can slaw. Probably right where the mower ran through here and brought a can to its demise. 9, 10, 11, right near the surface. Oh, and a weird beep. Let's see if we can find out exactly what's hiding over here. That's probably it right there. More can slaw. Can't quite read it, but I see something about maybe Budweiser, King of Beers, brewery. No treasures yet in this back area, but we'll move on closer to the field that I know gets more traffic. Get my little shovel stowed away. Lots of people out with their little dogs. Yeah, Dennis, I've seen a couple pinpointers talk about the micro USB. I haven't seen any that charge the way you put like a rechargeable toothbrush in its own dock, but I'm trying to get away from the micro USB. Pretty much every device I've ever had that has that type of feature, it's either the cables or the receptacle on the device that gets bent up and doesn't want to charge, and you got to play that game of bending the cord over at a certain angle. I'm trying to avoid that because I've never had that issue with the USB type C, which is just a solid oval instead of a trapezoid. Got a little 3, but she's coming up. That's a good signal. Most likely more can slaw in this vicinity, but you gotta check. Don't see her. Come on, where are you hiding? Still lower in the hole. Lower still. I probably should have got out the big shovel. But she was pulling up as it was right on the surface. And maybe different parts are. What is this? This feels like a wire. And it is. What a strange, strange item. It's all wired together like it's some type of cage. Who knows what that is? That's like mechanics wire. I thought for a second it might be something like a guitar string, but you can bend her in anything. So it's almost like somebody was making their own metal detecting coil. I'll fold her up. Set her in my bag, but first time finding one of those things, whatever it is. And I'll give the area a quick sweep with the pinpointer, make sure we got out everything we wanted. And that was our target, which does seem to be the case. Pull our hole back in. I'm just about getting to that point where I want to start pulling around a wagon for all my equipment, especially now that I'm live streaming and whatnot here. Get my camera situated. Come on, camera. There we go. I see Darby's popped up in here. How you doing? Oh, there we go. 2122, so might not be a penny, might be aluminum. That's usually the signal I get out here with the Equinox 800. But it could also be a penny. So I'll set my detector down and find out. Pop out a nice pretty plug. Seems I may have missed the mark on digging this hole. Another scoop out of here. What is that? Old top of a can. Is that my whole target? And that's what she is. Basically what's left of, I mean, it seems more like it's iron. I mean, I see rust and everything, so some type of old can that would have had that beaver tail type pull on it, but very, very hard, and iron on the top, so who knows what type of can that would have been. Hole stopped down. $11, $12. With a weird 13 beep coming in. So that's most likely going to be one of my old bottle caps. Before I dig, let's check with the pinpointer. If I narrow down where she's at. As of right now, I just lost the whole spot. That can happen. Find her again with the detector. Right in this general area. Hopefully I'm not, shouldn't be flipping the camera with my detector tipping over with the phone on it, since the camera is the GoPro mounted on my chest. Let's plug out. Oh, don't even have to go far for that one. That's another one of these guys. This one's much more flimsy, but she was definitely a beaver tail style can top. Nothing else around her. it's likely that a lot of the targets I find in this area are going to be your aluminum stuff from drinks. Again, this is a amphitheater, so people bring out their drinks and for whatever reason have to pull their cans apart and shred them into the ground. Dig a slightly bigger than normal plug so I don't have to fish around for it. At least that was the goal, but more fishing will be required. She's definitely low and in the wall of this hole here. We're going to go and take more of the wall out with a shovel. See if we got her there. No. Again, this is an issue I'm having with that Coiltek coil, is sometimes the readings that you think are centered are actually the heel or toe of the coil, making it difficult to pinpoint just with the coil itself. Nothing. Well, you definitely should have been. There's reading. Deeper, deeper we go. Taking out my shovel. Come on, where are we hiding? We got sand below here. I don't want to go so deep. Let's get one last. Let's lower the sensitivity. Down to 1 beep, less. Make sure it's not any of this dirt. She's low, whatever she is. And she could be anywhere in that hole. But it wasn't a good enough number that makes me want to spend all day in this one spot. We'll get her filled back in. Try to Tetris this mud back in, similarly to how it came out of the hole. Takes me a minute or all to answer any questions or something, That's because I got to set down the detector, which has my the geese are out doing their geese thing. I don't know if that's visible at all on the camera. Probably beginning their flight south for the winter, or maybe they just go back to Canada, which is north, but could you blame them? Is that big? No. Should be right here. So that'll be the test of this coil. This is telling me signal stops, starts coming in here, gone here. So right there should be the center of the hole. About 3 arrows down. So we will dig around this center point. And we'll dig deep. Bottom out this shovel. Nothing on one. Let's get her back up to 3 beeps. And according to that, even though I went around the center, which was this circle, I'm still off and to the side. Try to be nice and avoid. Oh, there we go. We are in this pile. Any guesses as to what we're going to find in my hand? If you guessed an old rusty bottle cap, you are correct. So first bottle cap of the day, I'll add that with the pull tabs. Really like this soil because it's like a softer sand, really. Not sure if there used to be maybe a golf course here or why there was sand, but it makes my digging significantly easier. Just my luck, it's probably a old gigantic cat litter box. Right near there. 8, 9. 2 to 3 arrows down. Do I want to re-dig there? I probably do. Can the pinpointer find her on 3 beeps? Oh, I had a bit of a beep. There we go. This was just adjacent to the hole I was digging. Did we find her? It appears we did. And we have a matching set of rusty old bottle caps. Alright, got my detector back on. Make sure I am still connected to the live stream. So for everyone in here in the chat, what area do you detect in? And do you have your own pages or YouTube channels? As I would like to check them out. $13, $15. Most likely another pull tab. But we are on a mission today to get what we can get out of this field. We're working on trying out some woods that I guess used to be old home sites. And there is our treasure. That's beaver tail number 3 or number 4 for the day. Nothing else in the plug. I gotta keep resetting my view on my phone here to make it, what do they call that? Portrait mode. Keeps trying to go into landscape when the detector lays down. $11.12, that's the same as the last one. Handful of signals in this pile. Everything from a 3, 9, 10, 23, 17. So that has me curious. Do we have a lot of items? Or do we just have something like a big shredded can? Or perhaps a mystery target like that weird Blair Witch wire thing we got earlier. Something. There's one. Another one of them beautiful old rusty bottle caps. Try to clear out some of the dirt on them so I'm not carrying 5 pounds of soil in my bag. Still nothing as far as any type of logo on them. I mean, these are old rusted out beer caps. Funny, if I can get that out, that is the material. You see the way the roots even grew inside of that in a perfect circle going along with the bottle cap itself. So the grass roots made themselves a nice little halo there. At this point, I'm curious. Strong 1314. We can guess what that is. I'm curious once we get closer to that art installation coming up around the corner here. And make sure I got this set up so you guys can see it. Should be about a 10-second delay. I'm already looking at it with the camera, but there we go. Whatever that blue thing is, I can't tell if that's made out of plastic or iron. Almost looks like a 1,000 pool noodles all stuck together. But it's some expensive art thing that people probably congregate around. Hopefully drop some coins for me. Lots of random signals, but in the junk category that I don't want. Oh, somewhere I was just pulling a 31. 14. 3. That might have just been an accident signal. Be nice to get a 19 or higher, then I know it's usually my coins I'm pulling out of here. Sure my chat is all the way down. Makes you wonder if this is EMI, because looking around I don't see wires. Perhaps this art exhibit is radioactive, which wouldn't be a bad thing. If I could grow another arm or something here, that would definitely help me carrying all this stuff out of here. The closer I get to this, you know what that actually looks like is wood, like when you're making a wooden fence. So somebody has collected a whole bunch of them, painted them royal blue, and just kind of stuck them all together somehow. I imagine there's got to be bolts of some type going through that. But you just got to hope a park like this didn't pay something like $100,000 for something that ridiculous. And let me just check my text messages here, as it looks like I missed a call. Nothing important. You would think it's cool, Corey. I'll remember that when we purchase a house and need to decorate the yard, that it's cool to pile a bunch of old fence posts together like that. I will circle around it, see. Oh. If I can find any decent signals. $14.15, probably another junker, but I like stuff. This ground here at this point is almost like digging into, you know, styrofoam or something. It just pops through the actual grass part of the yard. and then you can do your surgery. What do we have there? Believe it or not, folks, we have our 4th or 5th old style beaver tail pull tab. This was northern Arizona, where I spent the previous 18 years. I would totally expect it to be nothing but PBR cans. Oh, there we got Brun Free High from Australia. You guys make us jealous with some of your detecting finds out there. But then again, everything out in Australia seems to want to kill you. So I guess it's a bit of a trade-off that I can come to this big, wide open park, only a couple miles from our place, and detect whenever I want, and not be attacked by spiders and feral kangaroos and all the things out there that want you dead. Another 13, 14. Let's go ahead and clear out the pull tabs. Guess now, beaver tail or modern. The winner will get this in the mail if they pay me for shipping it. Here we are. Come on. There we go. Last guess. I can see silver. And the winner is modern pull tab. And oddly smaller than I would expect that to be. But I suppose it could be from a smaller can. Tuck that away, fill in our hole, make it look like we were not here. This is the park that I got permission specifically from some of the park directors to detect around here, so I want to make sure I keep everybody happy. Let's see here. Amon Cheney, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I have an Equinox 800, and this thing has pretty much every option you can imagine on it. It's got the Steve's detector rods, carbon fiber shaft, the counterweight. I have the Coiltek 10x5 coil on here, the snakeskins Hunter Orange ramp, which I'm sure will come in handy at some point when I forget my detector out in the field. Makes it a little easier to see. 13, 14, 15. We're going to say that's another pull tab. And this might have been a complete circle around here. Definitely picking up what's probably rebar or something in that concrete. So we'll scoot away from her. I'll head towards some trees. For anyone watching now, we're still new to this, so we've got probably like 25 or 30 videos out. Try to get out at least once, maybe twice a week. So we are a growing channel, so if you could be sure to do the hip thing and smash that like button, as well as subscribe to our channel if you're not already. I did notice that only about 20% of the people who watch our videos come up as subscribers, so we're trying to fix that. Another 14.15. Let's go for a coin signal anytime now would be great. Funky 10 to 12, that's going to be those rusty old bottle caps. Settings I'm using on this one, this is going to be Park 1. A lot of things are going to be pretty stock. I did a noise cancel. I run ground balance at 0. Volume's all the way up. Threshold I've dropped down to 16 as she was acting up closer to the truck. Going for target tone 5. Accept reject is -9. Recovery speed I keep at 6 because I got a pretty quick swing there. 15, 17. Probably a lot more of our junk. You guys can all cross your fingers for me. Pray to the metal detecting karma gods that we find a coin signal here. As much as I love to dig the trash targets, I can't spend them anywhere. Eight, 9, 10. Let's see if we can find that one with the pinpointer before we dig. Alright, right there. And she didn't show that deep. So we'll go about half a shovel depth on this plug and see if that does the job. The Equinox 800 is usually pretty good at guessing depths. Also, it could be a total liar. Are we still on 3? Yes, we are. That's telling me almost near the surface. Now this one I only got about 3 inches of dirt out. So that probably means it's a very thin piece of foil here. So I couldn't see her on the grass. So much so that whatever it was has already fallen out. There we go. And that's what she was, just a bent up one of those rusty bottle caps. Which are, you know, heavily magnetic. I have my extendo magnet here. Not really sure if these guys come back as steel or iron, but enough that they're highly magnetic. Nothing else in that hole there. Alright, got everything stowed away. Back to the camera and back to double check the chat. See what I'm missing. Let's see. Detecting beaches, beaver tail. 800. Same one, all stock. Settings. Chatter kills me. And do you feel like it's better to ask permission? I'm kind of in the middle on that, because when we were new to detecting, we ran into the problem where if you would call anywhere, you'd call the county, you'd try to ask for permission at certain places, you would end up with them saying just no permission, no permits, it's not allowed, you can't do it. And then we would run into other people while we were out detecting who would, you know, talk about their detectors and places they go. They would end up telling us, you know, they just go, they just do it. So we tried that a few times. We went to some county parks where we were told we were not allowed to detect. And not only did we meet other people who were detecting, but some of the park workers came up to us where we expected them to shut us down. And they were like, you find anything good? There's a couple places I recommend you go check instead. You know, so something like that. Obviously, you don't want to be going on somebody's private property. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit back more. You don't want to be starting wars with your neighbors kind of thing. But places like a big park, unless they have signs up telling you absolutely not right at the gate, sometimes it's better to, what do they say, ask for forgiveness instead of permission. You know, the worst they can do is tell you, you know, you're not allowed to do that here. You just pack up your stuff, head back to your car, and you know that's an area you can't work in. But this place where the building is, if you can see that on camera, I actually just saw a bunch of workers in a truck like mine. They had the door open, kind of an obvious park service truck, and I just walked right in there, stuck my head in the door and asked them, you know, can we detect here? And they made a call to their boss, who told them, yeah, sure, as long as we cover the holes back up. So now I have a very close to my house permanent place where I can detect at. Nine, 10, 11, probably. Oh, there's a 15 and a solid 15. That one I'm a little more curious about. See if I can find that one with the pinpointer before I dig. Make sure I'm not having the same problem with this heels and toes on the coil. Right there, she is centered and not deep. 15, guys. What are you gonna guess? For a 15 on the Equinox, which has the, I believe it's a minus 19 to 40 target ID scale. That one's again very close to the top. If you guessed beaver tail, you win. Sometimes those get a very strong signal, as it is picking up on the ring of the pull tab, just as it would if you were finding like an engagement ring in the ground. Double check my chat again here. Yeah, the park workers tend to be a lot more friendly than I was expecting. Some of them will hop off if they're mowing or, you know, driving around in the county pickup trucks, whatever it is. I've had them walk up and suggest better places to dig, ask me about my equipment, ask me, you know, to recommend them a good starter detector, things like that. We have actually went and made up business cards. I thought that of an idea because I would always run into people that ask if we were filming, especially when we have all this camera equipment and stuff with us. Sometimes kids ask if you got a YouTube channel, they want to subscribe, but people forget things like the term underground metal detecting, which even if you search for that on YouTube, you do not find us right away because that brings up lots of other things. So we made up business cards that say our name on them and mention that you can find us on the various social medias, and it shows them our logo so they know who to click for. I imagine we might have gotten another 100 subscribers for similar named channels But I keep those business cards handy, so gives a better chance that people will remember us and actually go home and find the card in their pocket later and head over to YouTube and find that link, find our channel, subscribe to us. 1516, and we're going to say that's another beaver tail. So far, a lot of the luck I've had has been a little more forward here, closer to the building. And 22, 21, might have found our first coin. Very close to the surface. I'm getting one arrow down. Let's see it here if I can find her. Right there. Should be a penny. And should be right on the surface. So we'll just dig a little baby plug. Come on, old weedy penny. Somewhere in here. Oh, we were robbed yet again. This guy is actually a screw-on cap, but not as deep as you'd expect off a bottle. This almost looks like more something you would find on maybe medication, you know, like a bottle of rubbing alcohol. I can't see the logo on it, but there is something printed in red. Either way, another thing that I cannot spend anywhere, so that will go in our trash pocket. This has me curious about getting some type of mount near my GoPro so I can read these without having to go fetch my detector after digging. We'll try to focus on that area between the tree. Oh, hopefully we're not froze. Yeah, now I can see me moving again. That will be the area where people tend to sit around when they're watching any kind of concert there. Thirteens, 14s around the tree. You just imagine people under this giant, I don't even know what kind of tree it is, but sitting under here for shade. 12, 13. No, 5 a.m. Yeah, milking cows. That's some long, respectable work. I had a bit of that myself back in Arizona with about 600 farm animals. So part of me misses it, the animals being around, and the other part of me is glad I don't have 600 animals depending on me to always feed and water and everything with them. Being a 9 right over here. Lots of whatever these seeds are, almost look like little baby crab apples. I don't know what the actual tree is dropping, but I'm concerned with finding something that is a, looks like a Del Taco or Taco Bell. I hope that's not our signal, but you know it is. What do we got here? Looks like there's hot sauce. fire. Is that going to be our Taco Bell fire sauce? I actually don't see the name on it, and I can't remember if that's Del Taco or Taco Bell. Either way, yet again something I have no use for other than throwing it away. Let's see if anyone can guess what these are. These are what are falling from that tree. They have, you know, little pimples on them. Sort of looks like they would pull apart and sprout. Very hard. I don't know what the seeds are. Corey might know. She's from this area. Oh, I'm getting a 19, 20. But then a 23 there. That's telling me this is probably a shredded can. Can we find her with the pinpointer first? Because there was either two signals. Or just a deep one. Nothing on the pinpointer, so let's lock down where that spot was, as I am anxious to find my first coin of the day here. Right in that area, 1920. A little wider of a plug in case we got a couple things in here. Something near the top. Not in that pile. Did I drop her? Well, you all saw that I definitely had something right there in the plug. So she must have fell out. Something quite low. Come on, where'd we lose you? That tends to happen with some coins, is if you're not paying real good attention, they will drop right out. Hard to tell on this one. Break out our hand digger. Get some more of the soil broken up around the little roots. Alright, in my hand. Hope that's not it. Of course it is. Set that aside. And all of that was for a piece of too hard to be aluminum, some type of scrap metal. And something still there a little deeper. See if it's just another piece of it. Most likely that's what it is. Deep, deep. It's hard to tell. When they get deeper than the, where do we go? 8 inches on here. So this is about a 9-inch long pinpointer. We're already 9 inches down. And it gets hard to find something under there, but that was just scrap sheet of iron. So I don't have too much faith that we're going to pull something very interesting out of there. Double check the plug before I put her back. Got to go through a whole process of inventorying my gear. Give me a minute here to double check on the chat, see if I've missed anything. That's exactly where I was, Amon. Prescott Valley. 18 years out in that area. There we go, 19, 20, 21. I'm actually getting a couple signals, so we might have just lucked out and found a little bit of a coin spill. That would be nice compared to the other trash targets so far on that side of the field. I invited Corey out, but she said she hates metal detecting and everything about it. So she chose to stay home and clean the house. More perhaps funky. Oh, there we go. Although not as lucky as I was hoping, that is definitely a shield penny. And I believe that says 2015. But that counts as the first coin. How about that? I know I just had another signal in here, and just like that you lose it. So sometimes I like to reset the pinpointer. See? And we're back on her again, whatever it was. More solid down low, and also one right there in the wall. That's probably our coin spill. whatever we got hiding in this nugget. Why do I keep... There, I see her. And we are now the proud owners of another shield penny. For those that don't know, those are new, relatively new, last couple of years. That is actually, I believe, a 2010 Lincoln shield penny. So not old. Somebody dropped a couple of coins in the same spot. I'm still getting something out of this hole, so we'll see if we can pull another coin out of the side of the wall here. Whatever we got is in my hand. Is that it? And it is. This is a unknown age, but one of those like a butterfly style, what's left of it, a wing nut. Not as fancy as the pennies, but I'll take her. And that finally clears out while we were getting funky signals out of that. There were 3 items all in the same spot. Snap down that plug. Oh, that was just before my time out there, Amon. Mine was pretty much about 2006 to, I don't even remember when I left. I've been out here in New York for 3 years, so however math works. I'll try to use the lawnmower lines as my following lines here. See if I can pull out some more coins out of this field. Do we still have good audio and video? Whoever's following along. So 16, 17. If I had to guess, we'd be at another beaver tail. I'm hoping one of these times it surprises me and I pull up something like a new car or nuclear codes I can sell to another country. And unfortunately for me and the other countries, all it is the ring pole, which has separated from its beaver tail section. And for anyone watching, if I'm digging like a weirdo, it's because I did something to my middle finger the other day at work. And I was convinced it was actually going to fall off earlier. But I thought, you know what, the best thing to do is to go metal detecting and twist it around with a shovel and put a bunch of pressure on it. Because while I'm not a doctor in real life, I do play one on TV. $14.15. We will skip that one. $16. Probably similar. Let's twist around this target. Yeah, everything. 14, 15, 17, 19. Usually when I get targets like that jump all over the place, they're not good and you're just picking up on broken pieces of it. $6, $7. Come on, piece of gold. Nearby, we pulled a couple 5, 6, 7s, and I believe they were some type of junk. Should be right in there and not too deep. And I got her already. That's why I remember them. It's our friendly, rusty iron bottle top. I never keep any of these long enough to see if I can pull a logo out of it because, again, it's just a bottle top. Bottle cap. Getting closer to the area where people congregate. And I did see a whole bunch of people by this building coming up in the front. So we'll see what we can find heading towards that. Should have a quick mystery signal. No, I do not. Oh, and according to this, a problem with the server. I don't know if that's on my end or yours. Am I still live here, guys? $7, $8. That's got to be another one of our friendly, rusty, old bottle caps. See if I can maneuver with a little shovel. And there we are. That one I was able to clear another one of these halos of roots that grow inside of a mount. Just a rusty bottle cap to add to the bag. Come on, turn off. Stow away my gear. "100% still live," that's what I like to see. For whatever reason on my end, where it shows me the video and the chat section, which is in white here, was coming back saying some kind of server error. Maybe it just didn't want to give me the chat. Either way, good to know I'm still actually live and working out here. We got much better signal here than the other day when we tried at the beach. $14.15 again. 12.13. A lot of times I have much better luck going on, if they're visible there, the kind of concrete or paved pathways. If people are walking on there most of the time, that's where you're going to drop the change that bounces off to the side and just gets buried. So at least for more modern targets, considering that sidewalk was probably put in much more recently than the actual park itself, you're at least good to find change and things people have dropped out of their pockets. Another 13.14. Come on, coin signals. $14.15. There is a chance I may have already got the good stuff out of here. 15.16. I'm getting a 19 somewhere. 17. Phantom signal. $16.17, don't want that. I'll try out my theory a little closer to this. Looks like a paved asphalt. Here we have signals near the sidewalk. An 8.9 there. We will go ahead and see if we have pinpointed her. Now this was a metal bottle cap before, but this is closer, so I wouldn't imagine this is going to be the same target. hiding so close to the top. Probably right next to that worm. Sorry, buddy. I'll have you back in the ground as soon as I figure out what you are hiding. And all it was is our favorite piece of canned slaw. Nice and sharp. Should have known that guy was coming. Let you get your home all tidy again there, Mr. Worm. Three, 4, 6. $17, $19. More pull tab territory. $11, $12. Now I've completely circled around. Make sure that you guys can see there is a pond about 100 yards in front of me. I've already done that area. Actually, this walks through the pond, and I have not done this side. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do this little triangle first, and then I will check this left side of the pond. $14, $15, I don't like that. $13, $14, same. From what I gather, they occasionally have little festivals stuff in here, so I imagine some of these things would have little vendor areas. $17, don't want that. Alright, moving over. This also is a little lower bit of ground, so if stuff was to hop out and roll, it's probably where she would go. $29.30, I like that. That almost always means it's a quarter. Let's see how good I am at this game. She is definitely in the plug. Make sure I don't got you guys covered up there. Uh-oh. There we go. Looks nice and filthy, but so far not. Ah, there we go. I recognize that, George Washington. What am I looking at on the back? This appears to be a newer state quarter. I think I see a 2001. There we go, New York. Gateway to freedom. As long as you like freedom with lots and lots of taxes. see. Am I missing anything else on the chat? I don't think so. Oh, I got another 2930. Can we track down more coins here? One there. Definitely up near the top. And I see her. This is going to be a filthy dime. Again, we just had a lot of rain the other day. Can I read a date? I cannot. Not until she gets cleaned up, but I see like a 2 and a 0. Definitely within the last 23 years. But there is a dime. I don't believe that's all of our signals. As I found another one, try our hand with the baby shovel near the top. Alright, she is in this block. There we go. There is my 2930 I was looking for. This guy is another quarter. I see what looks like a Tuskegee Airman. They fought 2 wars. Yep. Tuskegee Airman. 2021 maybe? What state are you, Tuskegee Airmen? E pluribus unum. Alabama. So there's our other quarter. We got another target right by it. Right near the top. Can we find her? Oh, I got one. That is another, I believe, looks like about dime size. Yep, I can see the marks. A little too dirty to clean, or at least read. Everything's dirty enough to clean, right? Okay. Get these in a reasonable order as to how I took them out, and then we'll sweep again with the detector and see if we have any more treasure still waiting there for us. Set the shovels aside. Oh, I see Eamon's leaving. Thanks for popping in. Anyone else watching, make sure to like and subscribe. Help us grow our little channel. Because I'm rather fond of picking up new detector toys where I can give you guys a bit of a review on how they work. So that looks like we cleaned out our, what was that, 3 or 4 coins, a little tiny coin spill. I'll follow along this path a little more. See if we can repeat that. I got a deep 17 out of that I don't want. $11.12. I don't want that. Another $11.12. 14, 16, that's a loud beeper. That's going to be a pull tab ring. 20, where we are. Listen to that beep go. Right in front of that, on the ground, should be a penny. Should be able to find her right away. And I see her in the grass. Or you're going to require a little bit of digging. I don't see her, so we'll pop her out. This might actually be where one of those little brass, I forget what you call them, a probe maybe, would come in handy, as I wouldn't have to really dig. You just pop it down there till you feel the coin. There we go. So you don't need to pull out that little amount. You just set her in. That's going to be a modern shield penny. One more for the bag here. But even with that, I'm only taking out this little pinch of grass near the top to get it. But those, or a screwdriver, are obviously going to be smaller than your hand digger. You know, I suppose you can get a little bit better. You only got to drop her in a small amount, maybe find it and pop it out. But I will try that on one of my next digs. I'll pick myself up one of those little brass probes and see if I have luck doing that. Alright, according to this, we got at least 3 people watching still. Everybody make sure you say hi to anyone else in the chat, talk amongst yourselves. Sometimes I can only be so entertaining when I'm trying to focus on finding more signals and digging them. 8, 9, 11. That's going to be can slaw. $14, $15, another ring pull. Bit jumpy, but kind of near a tree here. Got me a little curious. Is this going to be our friend can slaw, or possibly a dropped earring? Find her again with the detector. Looks like she should be right in front of the shovel. Can we find you? In the middle. Do a little bit of surgery. We have narrowed you down to this piece. Oh, that's probably it. That, ladies and gentlemen, looks like another small. Would that be a 22 shell? It might actually be just from like a starter pistol, because that one is completely uniformly bent over like an oval here. So probably, yeah, from a starter pistol. You don't actually have to fire out a projectile, but you do need it to make the noise. That would make a little more sense. These tend to have a Maker's Mark logo on the back. Yep, Super X, same as another one I found. So if they used to have some kind of running back here, that would make sense. It also explains the mystery of the jumpy signal. harder and harder to get up in my old age. All right, we're down to 2 people. I assume one is Corey. Someone else following along. I don't get a list of names of who's in here on my screen. I just see however many people are here. So thanks for whoever it is tuning in. Solid 2. And nearby, I would guess candy foil. Right under this weed area. I don't see anything on the ground. Make up your mind, you want to be a shallow target or deep. Oh, that might be it. No, that's plastic. There we go. Right by the bathrooms, we have what looks like a leftover drug capsule. Sadly for the zombies out here, it is already used. There are a couple people wandering around here, probably thinking I'm a crazy person crawling around. That's actually a bathroom, little building. That would explain why more people congregated around here. '19, 20, 21. Should be another penny signal for us. Exciting, exciting penny signals. Pinpointer's not finding her, so she is deeper. Let me narrow her down again with the detector. Right there, we will dig our plug. Enter a nice circle. Give us a better chance of finding what we're looking for. Oh! Popped her right out. She is a penny. She is a memorial. And a little too filthy to see a date. But that's what we were looking for. I see the white ring of doom. That might be the end of my live chat. Nope, I see me again. Can anyone else confirm? I see 3 people in the chat. Are you guys still getting a live stream from me? Let me know. Circle around this building. I didn't even know there was another side here with a top lot. How exciting. Oh, well, hello everyone there at the dairy. Hello to the cows. Thank you all for providing us that delicious milk that we all love. Which reminds me, I need to get some more ice cream. Let's make a beeline here for the tot lot. Figure out what kind of material's in there, if she's sand or wood chips like a lot of them are here, and we'll give that a nice sweep. There's a whole other couple acres of park I was unaware of. 13. Oh no. This is what we don't like to have. This is actually that, it's like roofing material, rubber. Can't dig in that, but I can make a sweep around the outside. I actually like that signal. 6, 7, 8. Good chance that can be a jewelry charm. And made from the material we like them to be made from. Come on, 6, 7, 8. I got something in the plug, and I got something, well, actually in the hole in the plug. Two different things. The top, we've been foiled. I don't like that. Is that just can slaw? Does appear to be, or some type of folded up foil. Not what I wanted. There's something else somewhere in here. That's probably it, yeah. Just another piece of probably the same can slaw. Foiled again. You never know what could be hiding under all of that cow poop. We also got a couple of benches over here. It's usually probably where the parents would sit down and watch their kids. So let's see if they were nice enough to leave us some coins. $17. What would be our 17 right there? I also see a bag. Something right near the top. So for that, I am going to pull out our trusty pinpointer and see if we can track down what it is. not visible yet. That's what it is. Somebody's unknown foil, all wrapped up weird. Perhaps I found something I was not supposed to find. It also could just be somebody got creative with their aluminum foil. Garbage treasure it is. Another little signal. Nothing visible on the top. What is hiding here? More foil. What are these people doing? Just sitting here, chewing on aluminum foil while they watch their kids play. Then again, what am I doing but crawling around with thousands of dollars worth of equipment to play with somebody else's discarded aluminum foil? $25 and solid. Now's a quiz for you, Corey. What do you think solid 25 is? If I am correct, it is a coin, and it is a dime. You're not going to find my signal in this more dense mud. Let's reset you. Looks like we missed you, that's why. Did you guess yet, Corey? Did you? There we go. And 25 brings us a not shiny at all dime. Not very old. I think that says 2020, but we're 10 cents richer. Obviously, the choice to go more to where people congregate has been working in our favor, finding the drop change. Oh, let's see. Going to say nickel. No, Corey, on my machine. I guess I'll give you bonus points because you have a different VDI than me. Nickels are 13, just